Hey guys, I just got in a huge fight with a guy around the corner telling me to put my phone down, not to record him. And I was not recording him. And telling me, I'm gonna break your phone if you record me without my consent. I said, buddy, I'm not even talking about you, you know? And he started to, he's telling me, you record me without my, and he wanted to start a fight. And he's acting like he's threatening me, like to trying to touch my phone. And I put my phone down in my pocket, and I said to him, if you touch me, you're gonna see what happens. And he goes, you record me on your phone, and you see what happened. I'll break your phone. Yeah. So I said to him, okay, break my phone. It's in my pocket now. Come and get it. And I put my finger up his face. And when I put my finger up his face, he's like trying to push my finger, but he didn't touch me, because I said, if you touch me, that your light will go out. Your light will just be turned off. You know what I mean? How did I get here? You end up in an emergency room. And anyhow, that's what he's telling me. He's telling me, Anyhow, to finish the story I was telling you last night, I came from the cafe. So like 20-minute walk from my place. And the cafe around the, 20-minute walk from my place and whatnot. And so I grabbed something to eat. And I sat on the steps at this place, like around the corner, where they sell like winery, they sell like wedding stuff. I don't know what it is. It's like a place like where they sell like events. It's an event place. But anyhow, I sat there on the steps because it was late at night. They were closed around 11 o'clock or 12, almost 12 o'clock, And so I sat on the steps and I was eating my food. And when I got up to walk around the corner, just to walk to my building, and I see this security guard, and she's holding, a piece of paper, whatever. And she saw me. We made eye contact, and in a matter of seconds, and she turned around and pretending she's writing something. But she was facing toward my direction, and she was facing toward my direction, and she's spying on me. Obviously, it's not paranoia or something like that, because the way she did it is like she was looking toward my direction, so she knew. Because they put tracking devices. They have one on my leg, and they have one on my hand. And when you go around, even if because I turned off last night, I turned off my GPS location off on my phone, so they wouldn't know where I am, right? Just to be difficult. Even though I know they're still tracking you through, GPS locator in your implanted in you without your consent. Anyhow, so I know I have one on my leg and one on my hand, So anyhow, so they know. So I knew that she was sent there to spy on me, because the way she did it, it was clear as day. She was looking toward my direction, like, because they're probably telling her, yeah, in your spot, maybe a little bit further out, a few feet away, he's there. That would happen. They're not giving her the specific location or something. I don't know. That's how I felt. And I looked. When I make eye contact with her, she turned around right away. Anyhow, it's a Bible on the floor. Somebody lost a Bible. What do you think? Yeah, somebody lost a Bible in the middle of a parking lot. This is like a sign. You know? Not, I'm Muslim. I'm not converting. But I'm saying is maybe to calm down. When I saw the Bible, I was so enraged now about this guy starting a fight with me. That's what I meant about the sign to calm down. That's what I meant. Not converting is not gonna happen. But anyhow, and I find a Bible on the ground. You see? I'm gonna give it to somebody. Anyhow, so anyhow, what we're talking about? Yeah. So anyhow, we make eye contacts between me and this security guard. We did all and we locked out, and she turned around right away, pretended she's writing something on a piece of paper. Will you give your back to somebody in a road? It's not really, there's not a lot of lights. Semi dimmed, like it's not very bright, Turn your back on somebody. Your back on somebody. You don't know. I could be a criminal. Could be somebody can jump you. You're a female. She's a female, by the way. And so anyhow, she's a female. You think she'd be more careful. Anyhow, she turned around and pretended she's writing a piece of paper. Something in a piece of paper. Oh yeah, I did my round around this time. I walked around, the road was clear. And I saw a black guy just coming around the corner. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyhow, that's make pretend. These people are pretending to be doing their job while they're watching, and yeah, so that's exactly what happened. So anyhow, I crossed the street. I was on right side, and I crossed the street. I walked toward her. When I passed her, I turned around. I looked at her in the eye, and then she looked down, acting all nervous, Yeah. And I just walked away. But I knew she was for hire, obviously. She's working the street, and so anyhow, she I just wanted to show her I saw you. That's why I looked at her. I looked at her to make sure she knows. To make sure she knows that I saw her. She cannot be like, oh, I don't know, I'm just minding my own business, doing my work. I'm pretending like she's not watching me, And this is not the first time it happened. Guys, target individuals, we get a lot of that. We get a lot of watching, peeking, and anyhow, that's the story I was trying to tell you is, until this guy just ambushed me with direct assault, telling me to put my phone down, otherwise he'll break my phone. I was like, there, man, touch my phone, you'll see what happened, Yeah. You know what I mean? You end up in an emergency room. You don't know how you got there. Trying to threaten me. Anyhow, Maybe that why I find this Bible telling me to calm down because I was so enraged. I was like gonna shoot his head off, you know? Yeah. Anyhow, okay. The mall closed early today. Is it a holiday today? I don't know what's going on. So anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find somebody to give this Bible to, because I didn't want to leave it. Okay, even though I'm not Christian, I didn't want to leave this Bible on the ground. It's raining. You can see. You see? It's raining. It's gonna get wet. Even though it's not 100% was written inside of it, it's not 100% the Word of God, because it's been edited so many times. But I'm not gonna, leave whatever there is considered to be Word of God to get wet, to get all muddy and to get all dirty and stuff on the ground. You understand? Are they open still?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So anyhow, you understand my point? So that's why I picked it up. Now I'm looking for somebody to give this Bible to, because I'm not sure if that person is going to come back and pick it up from the ground in the middle of the parking lot. Even if they're going to be fine, where do you take something that is considered lost and found in a city? How would these people would know? How these people would know is, excuse me. Yeah, how would these people would know where to go and look for it, right? You see this guy talking on the phone? He turned around and looked at me. Anyhow, I turned around to see what I was saying. Anyhow, where to go and look for it, So anyhow, that's what happened. Yeah, so I'm gonna look for somebody who could use help. Maybe good reading or research. Give him this. Anyhow, now I calm down. So that's what happened. Yeah. So anyhow, this guy, made me get so angry. You know what? My anger is misguided, because I've been attacked, tormented, abused, verbally assaulted, lied about, and for a long time. So it's like anger have built beyond, this rage. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have lost it like that on him, but hey, because he provoked me, he provoked me to act this way, Yeah. So that was going on. Anyhow, he's like, couldn't believe it, threatening me, telling me I'm gonna break your phone. You're gonna break my phone? Really? You see that happen? You'll be in that Mickey Mouse with little birds flying over your heads. Remember that? In the cartoons, when they get knocked out and then the birds flying over your head. That's exactly what would happen to him. Hmm? So anyhow, you learn to not to deal with BS like that in life. My patient is run thin very long time ago. You're like you don't deal with intimidation, abuse, and all of that. So I'm just like I'm gonna tell you off. I'm not gonna be nice about it. You know that I should. I don't provoke somebody, and I don't start a, a war or pick on somebody for no reason. I don't start anything. I do not start anything. But the way I look at it, I'm not gonna sit there defenseless, allow people to verbally insult me, threaten me. He's threatening me, telling me he's gonna break my phone. Obviously, that's a threat. And he's like, he acted like he's gonna punch me. I'm like, are you serious? You're gonna punch me, buddy? Dare, you know. Remember that story I heard, I told you about when I was in high school, and this kid from a football team was always starting stuff with me. And remember when my eyes just turned black, I couldn't see anything. I could not see anything. I remember being pulled out on top of him because I jumped on top of him. I was punching him. And this guy, I was telling you, he's like, in high school, I was like 5'5" or something. I wasn't that. It wasn't my height now. I'm 5'10", but I was shorter, much shorter. And this guy is like almost 6 feet, and it's 200 or something plus, maybe 250 pounds or whatever. He's a lot bigger than I am. So anyhow, honestly, I just do not remember. I do not remember punching him because I was so angry for so long being bullied by him. I walk in the hallway and he pushed me and pretending like he didn't see me. And when he pushed me, he came into my locker and pushed my head against my locker. My locker was open. The door was open. And I think it hit me in the head. And when it hit me in the head, the only thing I remember is just, turning around and knocking him out. And that I remember one of the teacher was pulling me from on top of him. He was like on the ground, I was just punching him. And yeah, you see, it takes a lot from me to get angry. But when I get angry, it's very justified. I don't just go pick fight with people for no reason. I don't feel like I feel like fighting somebody today. No, it's not like that. You've done something horrible to me, right? And so that's what happened. I reached a boiling point where I just knocked him out. This is what happened now. Honestly, I don't remember the last. No, I remember this. This is probably the third or fourth time where I got really, really enraged like that. Because, yeah, I was enraged before one of my sisters. I just went off. But anyhow, but this is like the third or fourth after. I don't get angry easily. And I'm like 52? Anyhow. It takes a lot for me to get angry, but this is the third time where I get really super angry, where I don't see anything. I saw black. I wanted him to. I kind of wanted him to I wanted him to actually touch me because I was gonna unleash a holy, you know, war on his face. You know what I mean? But he didn't. But he threatened. He kind of he came like, you know, when you pretend like you're gonna punch somebody and you don't really punch them. That's what he did. He was taking this false swing or whatever. He was like gonna swing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I dare you touch me. You know? And I put my finger up his face, and he was acting like he's gonna touch my finger. I was like, okay, but I dare you to do it. But I was so angry, like to. I hate it when it gets like that, right? Because you get out of control. You get out of control. You just want to knock the person out of, you know. So anyhow, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Anyhow, the story of the matter is yesterday I was followed by the security guard in the parking lot. Why security guard in the parking lot next to it wasn't a parking lot. It was in the street, a public street, following me. You know, they got everybody on a payroll, you know, collecting, you know, and you know, there's Indians that work for, you know, I mean, you for a dime they will work for it, you know. Anyhow, that's what happened. The problem is the target individuals in India. These people are learning how to manipulate energy in India. Yes, I have a problem with India. Absolutely, I have a problem with India. And their witchcraft, their idolatry, worshipping of idols, and, you know, yeah, I have a problem with that, you know, because the things they do in India is, yeah, yeah.
For right now?
So anyhow, that would happen. No. So it may sound a little bit biased toward India. Not all Indians are bad, right? Only 95%. That's not a lot, right? Yeah. Sorry, guys. This is my opinion. That's what I think of Indians and Indians as general. You know? Yeah. That's all. So, anyhow, now you have it. And you heard it all.